Vane! Vane, the thread! I can see it now. It's there. It's moving toward the wall.
Cooper, you're transmitting on the open channel. Everyone can hear you hyperventilate.
The seawall's in 4 minutes, Sloan. 4. The local authorities aren't even... They don't know.
Cooper, the toxin isn't moving any faster than it was 10 minutes ago. I simply made it visible. Physics did the rest. It always does. Atrani, earlier that morning.
Come on. Biometric clearance. Just... Why won't it... It says my retinal scan is not on file. I did this yesterday.
Because yesterday you scanned your ear, Cooper. The system was designed for eyes.
The angle was wrong. The desk lamp...
The desk lamp. Naturally, I'll file a report.
Come on. I'm looking right at it.
Try the other one.
I am using the other one.
No, Cooper, the other eye.
Good morning, Sloan. Cooper, you're holding the tablet upside down.
I was not... Okay, I was.
He's been here 12 minutes, hasn't cleared the lobby.
And how's the lobby this morning?
Holding, as always. Case file. Priority 1. The Dean is waiting.
The Alchemist.
Sterling, you know the name.
Reputation. Smuggler who moves contraband through plain sight. Liquid assets, no pipelines. He uses water itself.
Then you'll appreciate the elegance and the stakes.
Atrani, one of Italy's smallest municipalities, under 1,000 residents, built into the cliff above the Amalfi Coast. Medieval staircases, tunnels, historic spring overflow network, still intact beneath the modern pipes.
So it's all connected. One spring, all the fountains.
One spring, feeding through a buried stone pipe into the fountain basin. Everything flows down from it. Overflow from those fountains drains through ancient stone channels carved down the cliffside, straight to the seawall at the base. If the toxin reaches there...
Wait, the fountains drain directly to the sea, like open to the Tyrrhenian?
Yes, these aren't closed plumbing systems, Cooper. They're historic, spring-fed, gravity-driven. Excess water has run down those channels to the coast for centuries. No one questions it. Perfect cover.
The Alchemist introduced a neurotoxin, odorless, undetectable by standard tests, and in still water effectively invisible. Slightly different density to water, stable under laminar conditions, but invisible from the surface into the fountain network. If it reaches the sea wall,
it disperses into open water, beyond containment.
Local authorities know nothing. The water looks pristine.
Right, I've got a portable analyzer that can...
Backup or primary?
Primary.
We don't need to detect it, we need to disrupt it. I'll need eyes on the fountains. Conduit, flow parameters.
Atrani Central Fountain. Flow velocity 0.73 meters per second. Inlet stabilized. Air entrainment suppressed. Channel gradient 4.2 degrees. Estimated toxin transit time to seawall. 4 minutes, 17 seconds at current rate.
Touchdown in 2 hours. You'll have 6 minutes on the ground. Tide window closes in 7.
Portable jammer. Drone. Half drone. Rotors charging. Backup jammer.
Cooper, anything without a battery?
A sandwich?
Start with that. 2 hours and 6 minutes later. Atrani, 6:43 M.
Streets are safe. No GPS. Watch lost.
Stop looking at your watch. Look at the road.
Looks normal. How do we...
Conduit, regime status.
Inlet pressure stable. Laminar regime confirmed. Reynolds number 1800. Well below critical threshold. Flow layers intact throughout channel length.
Good, that's what I need. We don't detect it directly. That's the point. Laminar flow. Beautifully done, Alchemist, and perfectly useful to me.
Vane, seawall, 4 minutes.
I know.
Can't see anything? UV pen's dead.
You won't. Not by looking. The water moves like sheets of glass sliding over one another, each layer staying perfectly separate. No mixing, no ripples. The toxin sits in its own layer, invisible because nothing disturbs it.
So, what do we do? We can't block it. We can't see it.
The same property that hides it will expose it. The layers don't mix, which means if I introduce something that belongs in the same layer, it will find its own kind. Every delivery system has a source. and every source can be traced.
Cooper, breathe. You're worsening the static.
My breathing isn't the problem. 3 minutes.
Conduit. Tracer transit time from source.
Distance to seawall outlet, 187 meters. At current flow velocity, laminar tracer arrival at basin, 9 to 11 seconds. Density match to target compound, within 3%. Thread integrity should hold.
The flow will do the work for me. Do you trust me?
Always. What?
I matched it. The tracer is calibrated to the same density as the toxin. So, under laminar conditions, it threads into the same layer. The flow keeps them together. It doesn't mix. It follows. The water is showing us exactly where the toxin is, because the water won't let them separate. Conduit, confirm thread integrity.
Laminar regime maintained. Reynolds number stable at 1800. Tracer layer separation holding. Visible contrast 84%. Toxin path fully traceable to seawall outlet.
Good.
Sloan, you're going to want this.
High-resolution optical satellite feed. I see it. Well done, Vane.
Ground team, toxin path. Terminates at seawall south-facing channel. Intercept now.
Vial of dye. You traced neurotoxin with a vial of dye.
Density matched tracer. The laminar flow did the work. Kept the layers separate, pulled the tracer into the toxin's path. I didn't fight the system. I used it.
We brought all this tech and you used colored water.
The alchemist tuned the flow to hide in laminar layers. I tuned the tracer to find them. He handed me the mechanism.
I packed a drone. Half a drone. Jammer. Sandwich.
Which solved it?
None.
Nature's laws, Cooper. No software updates needed.
So, the alchemist. Did we...
Disrupted his operation. Toxin contained, but he...
Vane, toxin intercepted. Atrani secure. Well done.
The alchemist?
Still at large. Identity unknown, but his method exposed. Advantage gone. For now.
Next time, 2 vials just in case.
Bold pivot. Noted.
I'm serious. Good system.
Not the vial. Understanding why it works. Principle over tool.
Sterling, Cooper, enjoying drizzle.
Persistent.
Pack for humidity. Singapore. Baron Kincaid is building a colossus at the gardens by the bay. He thinks he's outgrown the laws of nature. Go remind him that the bigger they are, the harder they break.
Already printed. Cooper's retinal scan on file. Both eyes.
Progress.
Indeed. Here's what actually happened, and why it's rather beautiful. When water moves slowly through a narrow channel, it flows in smooth, invisible layers, each sliding past the next without mixing. Laminar flow, to the eye, undetectable. But every flow has a stability threshold, measured by the Reynolds number, how chaotic or smooth the flow is. Low Reynolds stays laminar, quiet, hidden. Stone channels, gravity, water speed. The system was tuned perfectly to stay quiet. The alchemist used laminar flow as a hiding place. Each layer stays separate, no mixing, no disturbance. A toxin sitting in one layer simply stays there, invisible. But that same property is a vulnerability. If you introduce a tracer calibrated to the same density as the hidden compound, laminar flow keeps them together. The tracer threads into the same layer and follows the same path, making the invisible visible. Not by breaking the system, by trusting it to do what it always does, keep like with like. That's all I did. I didn't fight the flow, I used it. Physics did the rest, it always does.